Visual Interpretation Basic Elements of Interpretation Key, presented by Mrs. M. Muthulakshmi, Assistant Professor, Department of ECE, King's College of Engineering, Punalkulam. Unit 5, Remote Sensing, Visual Interpretation of Basic Elements of Interpretation Key. Next, basic elements of image interpretation. A systematic study of aerial photograph and satellite imagery usually involves several characteristics of features shown on image. The following characteristics elements are called fundamental pictures elements. These elements aid visual interpretation process of aerial photos or satellite imagery. Next one is basic elements of image interpretations: tones and colors, size and shape, texture, and then patterns, shadows, sight and associations, primary, secondary, and then higher. Next, first one is tone. Ground object of different color reflects the incident radiations differentially depending upon the incident wave length, physical and chemical constituents of objects. The imagery as recorded in remote sensing is on different shadows and tones. For example, cultivated lands record differentially from follow the field. The tone is expressed quantitatively of light and a medium of dark. Next, texture. Texture is an expression of roughness and smoothness is exhibited by the imagery. It is the rate of change of tonal values. Mathematically, it is given by dd divided by dx, where d is the density, x is the distance measured from arbitrary starting point and can be measured numerically by the use of the micro densitometer. Change of density d from point A of the imagery to B measured by the microdensitometer divided by the distance gives the texture values numerically. Texture is dependent upon first one is photographic tone, next one is shape, and another one is size and pattern and scale of the imagery. Next one is association. The relation of particular features to its surrounding is an important key of interpretations. Sometimes single features by itself may not distinctive enough to permit identifications. For example, sinkholes appear as tall spots on is on imagery where surface of immediate subsurface soil consists of limestones. Thus, appearance of sinkholes in always associated with surface limestone informations. An example is that of kettle holes which appear as depressions. Next one is shape. Some ground features have typical shape due to the structure or topography. For example, airfield and football stadium easily can be interpreted because of their finite ground shape and geometry, whereas volcanic covers as sand, river, terrace, cliffs, and valleys can be identified because of the characteristic shape controlled by the geology and topography. Next one is size. The size of the image also helps for its identifications, whether it is relative or absolute. Next one, sometimes the measurement of height as by using parallax bar also gives clues to the nature of the object. For example, measurement of height of different clumps of trees gives an idea of different specifics. Similarly, measurement of tip and strike of rock formations help in measurement of identifying sedimentary formations. Similarly, the measurement of width of roads help in discriminating roads of different categories, national, state, local, etc. Size of course is dependent upon the scale of imagery. Next one is shadows. Shadows caused by object are sometimes important clues to their identification and interpretation. For example, shadow of suspension bridges and easily discriminated from that of cantilever bridge. Similarly, circular shadows are indicative of convex trees. Next one is site factors or topographic locations. explain about relative elevations or specific location of object can be helpful to identify certain features. For example, sudden appearance or disappearance of vegetations is a good clue to the underlying soil type. Next one is pattern. Pattern is the orderly spatial arrangement of geological and topographic or vegetation features. This spatial arrangement may be two-dimensional plane view and three-dimensional space. Next one is geological pattern may be linear and curved. Linear pattern are formed of a very large number of continuous or discontinuous short ticks which when viewed by eye appear and to be continuous lines. Example of linear geographical patterns: felt fractures and joints, truncates, beatings, plants and anticlines, etc. Example of curved features are blunking anticlines and folds. This diagram is geological pattern of diagrams and the key elements of visual image interpretations. Key that provide useful reference of refresher materials and valuable training aids for noise interpreters are called image interpretation keys. The image interpretation keys are very much useful for interpretation of complex imageries and photograph. The keys provide method of organizing the information in a consistent manner and provide guidance about the correct identification of features or condition of the image. Selective key. Selective key is also called reference key, which contain numerous examples image with supporting text. The interpreter select one example image that most nearly resembles the fracture or condition found on the image under study. Next one, elimination key. An elimination key is arranged so that interpretation process step by step from the general or specific lead to the elimination of all features and conditions expects the one getting identified. Thank you.